Well, hello there, my name is PolishLynx and this is my favorite match. Well, I don't know what this is about, to be honest, but we'll see. The game created not so long ago for Game Jam, I think, and it's for free, I think. I don't really remember. I downloaded a few games from itch.io and well, I can't possibly remember which ones are free, which ones required some money or... Well, let's start. What shall we call you? Lynx? Can you call me like that? Lynx it is. It's over, Lynx, he said. I never loved... Return to title. Okay. You know what? I know what we will do. We'll do something like that. My favorite match, itch.eu. A broken heart and Matchmaker. Her life. Okay. What's her name? We need her name. Noah? Noah. Is your name Noah? Okay, let's come up with something. Maybe not Noah. Noah sounds bad. Alright, we completed Broken Sky. Let's go with the name, Arya. Why not? Arya it is. It's over, Arya, he said. I never loved you, he said. You drive me nuts, he said. And then he left me there, a mile out of the town and away from campus at the roadside stop with no choice but to walk the whole way back. And walk I did, wrapped in that self-protective haze we all draw over ourselves when our system takes a shock. Empty. Cold. 3 years of my life, of my heart, ripped from me in an instant, and all I could do to protect myself was numbly ignore it. That is, until my foot stopped against a crowded lamppost in the middle of downtown. The jarring impact shattered the last vestige of psychological protection I had, and I finally collapsed on the nearby bench, cradling my foot. The pain from the collision sent a spark that ignited the rest of me, and I cried openly, ignoring the people around me. Fine, I gave up, I don't care anymore, it's all a lie! My declaration of surrender echoed off the buildings around me, and I buried my face in my hands. It's pointless! Love is nothing but pain! Good title. Good title. Love. It's nothing but pain. Warmth brushed against my shoulder. I wrenched back, eyes wide as I took in the sight of the young man standing beside me. He smiled, his eyes shining with a mix of kindness and sadness. His hand hovered where I'd pulled my shoulder from, until he straightened and put it behind the back of his neck sheepishly. Forgive me for intruding, miss, but please don't say that. I hated him in an instant. How dare you try to tell me? I'm sorry. Allow me to rephrase that. In a smooth movement, he knelt in front of me and delicately took my hand in both of his. Please, don't give up on love. Keep him in the shin. Pull away hand politely. Excuse me. While the well-intended nature of his gesture wasn't lost on me, I pulled my hand from his grasp and watched him warily. I really don't think this is the appropriate time to hit on someone. Hey? After staring in shock, he turned red and brought his hand over his mouth. Whoa! No! Oh god! I never meant to imply! That is... Oh goodness! Then, what did he mean? I knew it! I'm still terrible at actually talking to people. Sorry, let me start over. He cleared his throat. I was passing by that roadside stop on my bike, and saw what happened, the things he said, and how hurt you were. I tried to leave it alone because, well, it's not really any of my business, but thinking here, like this, I had to reach out. Sure you did. Some distressed girl is crying on a bench. Perfect opportunity to swoop in and console her until she agrees that jumping to bed is the best medicine for a broken heart, and that is not true. I stood my bitterness, lending his strength. You're a scamming scumbag, like everyone else. I'm not quite that stupid, you know? My tirade ended abruptly when I caught tears glimmering in his eyes. He quickly blinked them away again, as best he could, but it was clear I'd still struck a nerve with him. I would never take advantage of someone's vulnerability like this, miss. Good. I'm glad he said that, and hopefully that's true. I really am at a loss at how to put this, because the circumstances are unusual here. I want to help you, and no, not into bed. I don't want to see someone lose faith in love. I'd like to do what I can to find someone who can restore it for you. That's you, right? No! Both hands shot up in defense, and he shook his head. Not me. That would be strictly unethical. No, I'm something of a matchmaker. I've had a lot of success at finding people who are compatible and giving them the tools to succeed in a relationship. I sized him up, my eyes still stinging, my face still wet. It's hard to say exactly what it was, looking at him, that stopped me from immediately turning away and leaving his strange offer behind. He watched me with such a sincere, honest expression, I'd gotten used to seeing dodgy glances and smiles that never touched the eyes. I sighed. This is probably a terrible idea, but this might be good for a laugh. God knows I could use one. My name is Arya. That's a lovely name. Thank you! That was a good choice, wasn't it? Oh, I'm Noah. Here, would you like my phone number? Or should I take yours? I don't know the best protocol here. I'm not normally so hands-on with this. Despite the full mood still clinging to my lungs, I chuckled. Relax, Noah. Let's exchange phone numbers and you can text me later if you're actually serious about this. I'm always serious about love. He barked so earnestly I couldn't stop the laughter that bubbled from my chest. With the laughter came more tears, but this didn't sting. Somehow, in spite of the pain that threatened to spread, this man had managed to bring a warm glow to my heart. After a moment, I wiped my ears clear and smiled at him. I believe it. Thank you, I suppose. I look forward to hearing from you. After punching in each other's information on our phones, I waved him goodbye and turned to head off back to the dorms again. Matchmaker, huh? The glow faded. Yeah, that was just what I needed. Another joke to laugh at. At least it could distract me for a little bit. The road back to the dorms was long, black and empty. For the first time since I'd applied to the college, I walked it completely alone. You get a room like that in a dorm? Wow. I want to move to a dorm like that as well. Morning came with a requisite patch of light that decided to slide right onto my eyes as I slept. After a few groans, I turned my head the other way, burying back into my pillow with a heaviness that refused to lift. No, I wasn't ready. I didn't care about the welcoming ceremony for freshmen. I didn't care that my feet, sticking from under the blanket, were cold. In fact, after having slept under the covers for the night and choked every sob with my pillow, I was relieved to have a moment where I didn't care about anything. Nice wallpaper. Didn't last long though. My alarm started scolding at me, and in the time it took me to pull my sleep-addled brain together enough to figure out how to turn it off, I was wide awake and regretting it. Just as I prepared to be swept away by another wave of grief, my phone buzzed on my desk briefly. Who could be texting me this early? I rose, my headache popping stronger with the shift, and grabbed my phone to check. It was that guy from yesterday. I'd almost forgotten about that. Good morning! I'm sorry to bother you so early, but I wanted to get a quick sampling of information from you, just to check your preferences and things like that. What do you like to do? How about your favorite food? Favorite color? I can actually infer a lot from just all the information, so you don't have to get too personal. I have to be honest, I almost deleted that extra I then and there. I was being surveyed by a guy who insisted he could match me with someone. He wanted to find me someone new based on my favorite color. Based on the fact that you like pizza, I found your soulmate. Yeah, right. But still, he followed up with me. He was at least giving up this game for now. I might as well play along, right? Can I save? No, I don't want to make anything up. Basics or detailed but informal? Let's go with basics. I figured there was no harm in giving him a short and simple list of my likes and dislikes. Maybe here you could find my soulmate based on my unholy love for pepperoni. I love pepperoni. I would eat some pizza now, actually. Damn it! I wasn't going to give him my life story or anything, but I didn't want to leave him completely hanging. After a few minutes, he wrote back. Thanks, this should help me narrow down the list some. I'll get back to you ASAP. I set my phone back on my desk and glanced at my bed. The temptation to crawl back under the cover and avoid the rest of the day hammered in my skull along with a headache. But I was already up. I might as well shower and get dressed, even if I did nothing else that day. Over the next few days, Noah was largely quiet. He texted me a few times to check in with how I was doing and if I was okay, none of which got more than a note-ready response from me. I knew he meant well, but the whole affair seemed more and more ridiculous the more time passed. He was going to somehow find someone to, how had he put it? Restore my faith in love! Yeah, right. I'd put it so far out of my mind that when my phone buzzed with his name popping up, I almost ignored it. Instead, I answered his call. Hey Arya! It took a little digging, but I found a few possible candidates for you. I sighed. Really? This is very cute and all, but I don't think... Arya, please trust me on this. I think that one of these guys should be able to help you. I mean, you said yourself it could at least be good for a love if I've seriously gotten this wrong. Now, you're asking me to go meet a complete stranger on your say-so. You, he's also a virtual stranger to me. You make a valid point, and I understand your caution, but it will be in a public place, and I promise that I'll be nearby on the really off chance that your dates will be not all they appear to be. I won't let anyone hurt you. Well, it's a good sign that you're thinking about that sort of thing. I paused before continuing. Okay, how do you want me to set this up? Are you calling because you wanted to get this started tonight? Oh! Does tonight work then? I don't have anything planned, so I suppose so. Great! The excitement was palpable, even over the phone. His eyes were so sparkling. That's great! That works out very well! Especially because it's a weekend coming up. Should it be easier to coordinate everyone? So, who would you like to see first? The gamer. The writer. Let's leave the better for the later. Probably better. Maybe. The restaurant, a friendly local hamburger joint not too far from campus, was packed. I was worried about finding John in this crowd, especially as I'd only seen one picture that had terrible lighting. A young man stood at his table, spotting me and waved me over with a silky smile. Creep! Hey, you must be Arya, right? Yeah, and you're John? I offered my hand amicably. He took my hand firmly, barely shook it, and held on just a second too long. That's right, I hear you've been put in a bit of a difficult spot lately, haven't you? He's a creep! He gestured for me to sit, joining opposite me, all with this smile on his face that reminded me far too much of a cat that had spotted its prey. Exactly my thinking! Creep! I guess you could say that. I mean, it's not like it doesn't happen every day to lots of people. I had to swallow the rising dread touching on the still very raw subject for me. He leaned his elbows onto the table, still smiling. And yet it hurts so much more when it's personal, doesn't it? My eyebrows knit together, feeling a spark of resentment at that smile of his. Amazing enough, yeah. I feel like you're trying to get at something for. He chuckled and breathed in through his teeth. My dear, we all have our trials and tribulations to bear. Everything is part of a large-scale, interconnected story, and my job as a writer is to find all the little plot points in life and spin the story for everyone to enjoy. I frowned. So this isn't a date to you, but an experience, an interview. He shifted back in his seat again, folding his arms over his chest. You're smart. I like that. I don't typically engage with anyone on a personal basis, but something in the way that guy talked about you made me wonder if you weren't tied to some greater story, something I could draw inspiration from. Yeah, my heartbreak isn't your writing fodder, chuckhole. He snickered. Oh no, this wouldn't be for just any writing. I was thinking of trying something more like a fictionalized biography, one where the tragic heroine might find herself in more dire straits by virtue of seeking a way to ease her pain. His voice deep but creepily, and involuntarily shudder wrecked me. I scooped the man anew from the table and swatted him on the head while standing. Yes, good. What is wrong with you? God, you're the biggest creep I've ever met, and that's saying something. Despite having been given a pretty good smack, he still smirked up at me. And yet you're the one who made someone else fix you up with someone. How much did you pay him to talk you up like you're the sun itself? I sneered back at him. I guess it's beyond you to think that someone could be nice because they're a good person. Oh wait, the concept of the good person clearly eludes you. You know what? You can go ahead and just write me off. I stalked out of the restaurant, furious but not fast enough to avoid hearing him chuckle. Okay, kudos for the great exit pun. Creep, as I thought. My head snapped back and forth as I looked for Noah. That guy said he'd be somewhere nearby, and I had a bone to pick with him. And I think actually we can end the episode here, because I feel like this is not a one episode game, and it can actually take a bit longer. So we'll meet up with Noah in the next one, and probably date with Gamer. Oh my god, I hope he will not be a creep for her. Yeah, so see you in the next episode. Bye.